Hey guys, Unfocused Big Homie here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the start of the new weekly series of Intoxicated Internet Inside Stories. Happy New Year 2026. We're gonna start off fresh with some of the newer stories on the Troll Pasta Wiki here. I think once a week. Try to be consistent with Thursdays. We're gonna go through about 4 to 5 of these Troll Pastas. See if there's any hidden gems within this community. See what's sounds funny. The room type of funny. So bad it's good. And then we're gonna get some real shitters. I know, but I think it's gonna be a fun time. Again, want to do this once a week, 4 to 5 troll pastas. We're gonna have guests every now and then, but today for the first one, it's just gonna be me on Focus Big Homie. And let's get into it, starting with Teletubbies Last Episode Clowns. I didn't read through this one, I just re-recorded the intro. Alright, this is all blind readings. Let's get started. Oh no. Oh no, the grammatical. We're gonna read it like it's written, okay? You remember Teletubbies. I find a lot. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do it. You remember Teletubbies. I find in last episode. So I was in Denmark. I look in shop in Denmark that has DVD. I look and I saw Teletubbies DVD. This is the kind of shit we're gonna be getting, right? This first sentence already just exposes the just at least a little bit of the troll pasta weirdness. Wow, I look and saw a DVD call Puppet and Other Stories. Wow, I look all the episode, but there was one episode before I never see before. It's called Clown. Why I never see this episode before? So, but DVD I go to an hotel. Lucky D has it and TV, so I but disc and start to watch. I start play all. One ep was good, but the 2 was shock. The intro was normal when voice trumpet appeared, but instead of where the Teletubbies gone, he said this. This wasn't clown. What was that, a clown? But it is start Lala and Poe has fun one day and find and balloon. Lala said what the trumpet said. Then and balloon Poe won the wait, hold up. Lala said what the trumpet said. The Ambaloon Poe won to find Ambaloon, but she saw in Clown Poe. She saw in Clown Poe said what the trumpet said, and then Clown Poe followed the clown. The clown looked Poe. But why? But wait, why Clown has big teeth and long claw? The clown got the Poe. The clown got the Poe. No, not the Poe. No, I was shocked. I need to get a tattoo of that or something. I was shocked. Post scream, but it didn't not sound like her scream. I'd feared like a female real life wait, I sounded like a real female real life scream. This shit is destroying my brain already. This is the first one. The next scene, Lala, Dipsy, and Tinky Winky try to find Poe, but no luck. But both saw and Clown both said, "What that?" But the clown saw Lala, Dipsy, and Tinky Winky. The clown chased Lala, Dipsy, and Tinky Winky. Both said running away. The try to running away. Both the clown got Lala, Dipsy, and Tinky Winky. I was shocked, and Clown started eating Lala, Dipsy, and Tinky Winky with his big mouth. I was shocked. Can't look off that, but ending scene, the trumpet come up, but and started for Tubby bye-bye 3 times. He said bye, the clown is outside, and the episode ending. What I saw was the clown looking at me. I was so shocked that I got my phone, but it suddenly disappeared. I was scared. I had a nightmare about the clown trying to kill me. For now, I'm not going to Denmark. If you see this DVD, please don't watch. Dude, oh my god. Alright, so this fucker got banned from Denmark because of the Teletubby trumpet. Dude, why'd you go to Teletubbies? We have HIV! Nah, you know what? This shit was funny. I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4. The amount of grammatical errors was a little too much. Just a little too much for me. But you know what? It was at least entertaining. So I'll give it that. Alright. I need water. All right, next up we're gonna do VeggieTales theory. All right, someone who fucking, I wasn't really much of a church kid, but like I loved VeggieTales growing up. Like that shit was peak entertainment. All right, VeggieTales theory. If you were a Christian growing up, if you were a Christian growing up, there's a good chance that you have heard of this cartoon series called VeggieTales. That one show where the cartoon veggies would tell stories and there would be a lesson at the end. That got me thinking, how did these veggies came to be? Well, I have come to the conclusion that these veggies are not really veggies. Let's start off with how the veggies came to life. You would think that God made veggies talk, but it wouldn't work like that. You see, the veggies were once people who have sinned to the point that God punished them. And when the people were dead, the people will be reincarnated into any random veggie. And from then on, the population of veggies will start to grow. And yes, this is why the veggies who became sentient started to exist since the Bible times. I mean, think about it. These veggies have knowledge of what humans do in such since biblical times. How come Archibald Asparagus appears to have a knack for British literature? How the veggies have knowledge of the Bible? The answer is right there. As time went on, more veggies started to follow what men did. But I noticed that the veggies have their own society. We don't see how humans were able to interact with the veggies on screen. It's because the veggies at one point did live in harmony with humans. It wasn't until in modern times we would see the veggies face discrimination from the new rule power as the years went on. The veggies were treated like lower class subhumans to the point of racism. It became a much bigger problem where little to no one would befriend the veggies, and anyone who did were executed. Oh my god. So to prevent any risk of human or veggie getting killed, face-to-face contact between both species. Okay, I read that right. If it was proven false, why do Bob and Larry get letters and web videos from human kids instead of contacting them in person? Overall, this could be the reason why we see veggies hang out at an empty countertop. The countertop is abandoned and has no human population, all because no one wants to be hanging around with the veggies. Imagine you getting freaked out just because you saw a talking friendly tomato, thinking it's the work of Satan when it's not true, so as a result you would have to keep distance away from such oddity. You notice how the veggies appear to be all happy? Well, it appears that way. It appears that they are coping with the fact that they can never make face-to-face contact, so they had to hide their true feelings. Why else does Larry the Cucumber sing silly songs, or why else does Jimmy and Jerry mainly talk about food? Yes, God really does love the veggies as much as he really loves the humans, but even God feels sad about the whole situation that could almost never be recovered. Even children like Junior Asparagus and Laura Carrot seem to have enough innocence to not know the harsh reality that the adult veggies know about. Even the theme song appears to have some message that one day the veggies will once again reunite with humanity, hence why the theme song has lyrics such as, "If a squash can make you smile," or when Bob and Larry said that God made you special and he loved you very much, at the end of almost all episodes of the show. So you could say that overall, talking to tomatoes or waltzing with potatoes wouldn't feel the same after this. And I couldn't agree more. I like some conspiracy theories every now and then. I remember back in the day on YouTube, I'd watch all sorts of theory videos and cartoons. I never heard this one. This is a damn new one. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Shit, why would there just be a human-sized kitchen that they're all just casually, just chilling on, talking about the Bible and stuff? Why do we not see any of these, human children? We've never interacted with any humans on this show. I mean, yeah, it's got a point. Hold up. All right, we're back. Sorry, my roommate's ordering pizza. So he asked me if that was cool. I was like, fuck yeah. So we're gonna rate this story. I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 5. Honestly, I can agree with this theory. I can fuck with this theory. Okay, you know, yeah, it's just correct. You know, I'm just call it correct. I believe in this. Good theory. Because dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm man of cheese. Same here, man. Same here. All right. Yeah, these two were just spam. That's I tried to click on them. Nah. What's next? Five Nights at Freddy's. Alright. Five Nights at Freddy's. Secret of the Mimic in Communism and Knuckles. Holy shit, the trifecta of modern day autism? Let's see this. A few months ago, a new game called Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic released, but the real secret of the Mimic has yet to be revealed. Today, we will show you the truth about how the Mimic was used by Russia for their communist agenda. You see, most of FNAF's timeline takes place during the Cold War between the United States, capitalism, and the Soviet Union, communism. As we all know, this automatically means William Afton and and Fazbear Entertainment were involved in the Cold War. Now, you might think, bad sentence, troll pasta readers can't think and neither can we. William Afton, aka Big Willie or Willie Hay, might be on the side of capitalism since he runs a company. However, after stealing the credit for writing Das Kapital, see image for proof, right here, here's the proof. The means of production always comes back. Capital William Afton, I don't want to fucking zoom in and read it's the bottom. He actually turned into a communist and wanted to sabotage the USA from the inside while helping the Soviets with spreading the glory of communism to the world. However, Willie A also died during the Cold War as seen in FNAF 3, but he has always come back. He just moved to Russia after his death to help the Soviets. He was a trusted ally of Joseph Stalin. He mainly controlled the gulags where he executed a bunch of political prisoners by putting them in springlock suits. This is actually where Sister Location takes place. There, you secretly play as one of the prisoners who has to maintain the torture devices as punishment. He also has to repair the Funtime animatronics, who Afton actually used as KGB agents. This is all part of the lore, guys, we swear. I mean, we. Multiple people wrote this shit. Actually is grammatically correct, so I wouldn't be surprised knowing this website. One of the prisoners of Willie's gulags was Edwin Murray and his son David, who Afton sold out to the Soviet Union after they left a negative Yelp review on Fredbear's Family Diner. Yelp and the entire internet was also invented in 1982 by William Afton, also known as the Revolution of 82. Edwin was a brilliant inventor and was tasked by Cherzeneko to build the ultimate communist, not to be confused with the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog, or the ultimate gamer. Eventually, Edwin came up with the Mimic, who he programmed to mimic all the previous communists, including Karl Marx. However, why was making it? Something went so wrong. David fell into a fucking vat of vodka, like the stupid little shit he is. Then, the Mimic drank the vodka, because he mimicked the workers drinking their troubles away. The remnant, lore alert, from David's falls into the vodka The remnant, lore alert, from David's fall into the vodka caused the Mimic to become haunted and extra evil. And now Edwin can't do anything but sing this stupid song, aka the Soviet Union National Anthem. After the fall of the Soviet Union, Afton locked away the Mimic in the back rooms, not those back rooms, from his new restaurant, Comrade Fazbear's Borscht Workers Union, also known as CFBWU for short. He also killed Edwin around this time for no particular reason. Afton remained loyal to Russia, so about 20 years later, when a glorious man named Putin became president of Russia and promised to reclaim all Soviet lands, he supported him fully. He even joined Mr. Putin on a lovely horseback ride. Kind of. And now, the Mimic is fighting to reclaim Ukraine from Mother Russia because William Afton is too much of a pussy to fight and kill anyone that isn't a child. Child murder mentioned. Now we are officially scary. William Afton is also hacking into your bank account right now. Ah! real horrors in a story. Not my fucking $3.16. However, William is not aware of one fatal mistake he made. You know how there was a time-traveling ball pit in FNAF 4? This is real. We did not make this up for the story. I haven't played the Mimic, so it could be real. Well, the vodka fat David Vellon was also a time-traveling vodka fat. He traveled back to the opening of the first Freddy's location. And now he will learn all their secrets over the Mimic, so we can stop Afton and Putin from taking over the world. However, Putin is actually aware of this. He traveled back in time to the execution of Nikolai II, the last Tsar of Russia who was killed in the October Revolution. Taking a spring-locked suit with him, he changes the execution method to the bite of 18, as in 1918, biting the guy's frontal lobe off and making the FNAF 4 even more complicated. You're welcome, Comrade Scott. So yeah, that's basically it. We did not know how to end the story, so bye. Only because there's not an ending, it's getting 4 stars. If there was an ending, fucking 5 stars. This was a masterpiece of literature. This was marvelous. I enjoyed reading this. I wish there was more. I genuinely wish there was more. I mean, look at these fucking pictures. We have the Mimic. That's him. And the fucking, look at this shit, the actual revolution, man. It's the Mimic. And we have, dude, they're going the horseback ride. There's fucking Vladimir Putin. There he is. Like, dude, this should be 5 stars. I wish I could give it 4.5. I wish I could give 4.5, but I can't. Unfortunately, you're going to get a 4 because there's no ending. But, like, otherwise, this is perfection. This is perfection to read. Okay. What's next? Oh, how to transform into a Goomba? Oh, dude, fuck yeah. Alright, guys. We're gonna learn today how to transform into a Goomba, okay? Are y'all prepared? I think y'all should get some notebooks, pens, go in your notes app, whatever the fuck. We're gonna learn today how to transform into a Goomba. We all know that society loves Goombas. These brown shiitake mushrooms are very well known in the Mario franchise. In fact, in my opinion, they should have been with the series instead of Mario. Oh, was main. But that's just my own opinion. Now, since the Goomba was first made back in 1985, people have always wanted to transform into Goombas. Originally, the way of turning into a Goomba was not by watching the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. However, was by not watching, okay. However, since the show has been canceled for quite a while now, you can no longer use this method. However, I've discovered a new method that will transform you into a Goomba. I'll now show you how. The things that you need: a mushroom, specifically a shiitake one, a bath, a Squidward plush, a Shrek plush, a DVD player and a TV, a DVD of the complete 3rd series of SpongeBob, a DVD of Daddy Daycare, a DVD of a live-action Nickelodeon from the early 2010s, oh god, Diary of Wimpy Kid the Third Wheel, and lastly, a DS and a copy of New Super Mario Bros. Okay. To start, you must go to your bathroom at 1:39 a.m. Then, you must strip down to your underwear. You then have to fill up the bath with cold water. Remember, you can only fill 1/3 of the bath. Okay, 1/3 of the bath, cold water. Got you. At 1:39 a.m. after stripping on your underwear. You should then put your Squidward and Shrek plush in the bath. You then have to put your Season 3 DVD in the DVD player. You must then select Krusty Krab training video, and then get on your knees and pray to your Squidward plush, reciting almost the entire episode. Afterwards, you must stop the Krusty Krab training video and instead select Ugh. Ugh. After that, enter the bath and get out your copy of the third wheel. You must read the entirety of the Mad Pantster section. You must also read the entirety of it in a Cockney accent. Afterwards, put the book aside and get the Season 3 DVD out of your DVD player. Take out your DVD of Daddy Day Camp and put it into your DVD player. Then get on your knees again and pray, this time, to the Shrek toy. You must chant, I'm sorry, Shrek, for showing you this movie. You must say it at least 23 times. After saying all of that, take the Daddy Day Camp DVD out the DVD player and throw it in the toilet. Fuck. Now, put the live action Nickelodeon DVD in your DVD player. Don't worry, you can pick any. I'm not picky. After putting that on, eat the mushroom and get out your DS. Go into the bathtub and play through the entirety of World 1 without killing any single Goomba. After you finish World 1, go to sleep inside the bath, and next day you'll turn into a Goomba. Okay, pretty simple ritual. I don't think it doesn't seem to take too long. What we got comments? See, I don't know what the fuck TFIRL. I wish I was a Goomba. I mean, turn back to Goomba quite a while now. But how do you wait? Can you get out of being a Goomba? That's the real question. I mean, it's a 5. I mean, I'm going to give it 5 stars. I mean, it tells you pretty fucking blatantly and simply how to transform into a Goomba. Nothing to complain about there. But yeah, hopefully, maybe this author will soon put on how to transform out of a Goomba. But once he does that, I think I'll be willing to do this on camera. Yeah, we're going to transform into Goomba on camera. Coming up at some point, guys. Yeah. And, you know, let me see. Is this one? Oh my god, it's a long one. Alright, never mind. I think that's the sign that that this first episode of Internet Inside. I think we're gonna take that long ass moral oral story as a sign that this is gonna be the end of the first episode of Intoxicated Internet Inside Stories, at least of the weekly series. And I hope y'all enjoyed these 4 stories. I think we got some pretty swag picks. My personal favorite was definitely the FNAF Secret and Mimicking Communism Knuckles. I just wish it had a proper ending. But the VeggieTales theory again was quite solid. It was quite a solid theory. I think me and Matt Pat need to have a talk because I think I found the next theory to go over. But until next week, I hope y'all have a happy new year, new year week. I don't know, just have a good one. We're all gonna do better better this year. And I love y'all very much. Okay, bye bye.